Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are comparing Zerodha, a prominent discount broker versus Motilal Oswal, a prominent full service stockbroker. In this comparison we will be talking about their company backgrounds, account opening charges, brokerage charges, exposure, leverage offered across segments, research or trading education they provide to their clients, performance of their trading platforms, and some other features that can help you to figure out which of these two stockbrokers is a better choice for you. Let's get started. So let's get started on this. Well, before we go ahead, we need to mention to you that these are prominent stockbrokers of the country. Zerodha has a huge brand name as of now in the discount broking space, while Motilal Oswal has been there for a while now. If you look at the numbers here, it was launched in the year 1987, so good 30 years have passed of the establishment of this particular stockbroker was done. Zerodha, on the other hand, is a very recent kid on the block. It was launched 7 years back in the year 2010. Motilal Oswal has around 2200 sub-broker and franchise offices across the country. So there is a high possibility that you might find their office around your location. Zerodha, on the other hand, is opening up few form collection centers. They are not sub-broker offices, but few form collection centers. Currently the number is around 70 to 80, and prominently they are present in the major cities of the country, first tier or second tier. Both of these stockbrokers are members of BSE, NSE and few commodity exchanges of India. If you want to open an account with them, there's a stark difference. So as far as pricing is concerned, discount brokers will always lead the way. They will be much cheaper. But when it comes to few other services, we will talk about them. Then full service stockbrokers come into picture. So starting with the company account opening charges. So if you want to open the trading account with them, Zerodha will charge you 200 rupees, and for Demat they will charge you 100 additional. Motilal Oswal, on the other hand, charges you 1000 rupees for trading account, and there are no charges for the Demat account. So if you want to go ahead and perform your trading through them, you can go ahead and pick out this particular stockbroker while keeping your Demat account with them as well. The maintenance charges is slightly different at 300 versus 440 rupees, so not much of a difference there. But account opening, the difference is quite huge. As far as brokerage is concerned, again the numbers are going to be very varied to on extreme sort of a level. We'll see that Zerodha does not charge you anything for delivery trades. So if you want to buy a stock today and sell it tomorrow or later, then Zerodha does not charge you any brokerage rate. They might ask you for some sort of taxes or transaction charges, but for brokerage it will be nil. Motilal Oswal, on the other hand, is quite expensive at 0.5% of your trade value. So in case you're trading for 1 lakh rupees, you need to pay a brokerage of 500 rupees. Similarly, if you look at the other segments, the maximum cap in case of Zerodha is at 20 rupees. It cannot go beyond that, but it can certainly be less than 20 rupees depending on your order value. Similarly, if you look at Motilal Oswal's brokerage rates, they are quite expensive to an extent. I mean, if you want to compare it with full service stockbrokers, probably then it makes more sense, but here definitely they look more expensive. Let's talk about Motilal Oswal's brokerage plans in detail to understand what exactly they charge. So we are using digitalblogger.com for reference here. For brokerage, they have a couple of plans. Motilal Oswal has a value pack account where you need to pay a specific subscription fee for a specified duration. For example, they have a monthly value pack account where you need to pay 2500 rupees, and that is obviously applicable for 30 days. Your brokerage is down to 0.25% for delivery instead of 0.5% we discussed right now. If you look at the other sort of plans in terms of duration, if you go ahead and pick up the yearly plan at 50,000 rupees, then your brokerage is as less as 0.18%. Similarly, the other trading segments will be affected and their brokerage rates will go down. Then there is margin account where you need to pay a specific initial deposit, and depending on the kind of deposit you put up into your trading account, the corresponding brokerage charges will be lessened. there is a slight difference between these two types of account. For margin account, whatever money you put in is refundable in nature. It's your money, you can get it back to your bank account at any point in time. While what we talked in the value pack account, all this particular money, all this particular value is non-refundable. It's a subscription charge. You won't get this particular money back. So you need to consider that particular difference into your consideration and finally make a choice accordingly. So that was Motilal Oswal's different brokerage plans. So you see that they can definitely go below this particular number depending on the kind of plan you pick and the kind of money you provide them initially. So moving ahead, if we talk about exposure or leverage, now if you're a fan of exposure, then yes, both of these stockbrokers provide you decent sort of leverage values. If you look at Zerodha for equity, they will give you 5 times for intraday, and similarly Motilal Oswal gives you 20 times for intraday. And similarly, if you look at the other segments, more or less Motilal Oswal leads the way, but in some segments Zerodha also is a winner. So it kind of depends on the kind of trading segment you pick for your trading and investment, and based on that you can pick a particular stockbroker. For people who don't understand the concept, basically it's kind of a loan provided by your stockbroker at a specific interest rate, and based on that you can go ahead and use that value for your trading. Now moving ahead, if we talk about customer service, which is the top forte of full service stockbrokers, Motilal Oswal provides you email support, phone number, toll-free number, and 2200 offline branches like we discussed initially. Zerodha on the other hand gives you email support, phone, and some offline branches which are form collection centers. You can't expect a lot from them. So when it comes to quality, when it comes to the overall satisfaction from a customer service point of view, Motilal Oswal is far ahead than Zerodha, because Zerodha is a discount broker. You can't really expect a lot from them, and Motilal Oswal, being a full service stockbroker, definitely justifies that particular service. If you talk about research and trading products, again that difference of full service versus discount brokers comes into play. So Zerodha does not provide you any kinds of trading calls, tips, recommendations, research. Motilal Oswal does everything of that sort. They will give you regular reports. Even if you're looking at fundamental level or technical level, they have it placed for you at any point in time. Zerodha, however, does something which is different, something which is unique. They provide you a lot of trading education initiatives. One of them is Varsity, which is basically a portal, and it helps you to understand the basics and fundamentals of trading and investment through them. They've also got Open Trade, which is basically a social connection platform where you can follow a specific heavy trader or an expert, learn from their investment patterns, trading patterns, and place your trades accordingly. So that's the kind of stuff that Zerodha is trying to help their clients with, while Motilal Oswal is happily providing you all kinds of reports. So it really depends on the kind of expectations you have. Then trading segments, not much of a difference. The only difference we see is IPOs. Zerodha does have a way, but it is kind of a cumbersome. It's an indirect way, so we will not advise you to go ahead with Zerodha in case you're looking to invest in an IPO. Motilal Oswal provides you all kinds of trading segments. We have listed few of them here, but there are more. So it really depends again, all boils down to the point of your requirements. Now these are some of the features which probably are not required by all kinds of clients, but few of them really do want them. For example, if you talk about SMS alerts, if you talk about market tips, margin funding, relationship manager, all of that is done by Motilal Oswal. Relationship manager is basically an executive from a stockbroker, in this case Motilal Oswal, and that person will be guiding you, suggesting you, advising you on all kinds of opportunity depending on your portfolio, and basically you can take that advice if you like it. Now let's spend some time on their trading platforms. We'll start with their mobile app. So we are using Google Play Store for reference here. We'll start with Zerodha's Kite mobile app. As far as ratings are concerned, the app is rated at 4.2 out of 5 by around 8,000 users. Out of them, around 10% of the users have rated this app negatively. The overall satisfaction score is around 90%. If you look at the focus of Zerodha, the last update was done on March 28, 2017, we're recording this video on in April 2017, same year obviously. In their case, what happens is they update the mobile app in a range of 3 to 4 weeks maximum, which is a very good number looking at the focus of technology from their point of view. The app has been installed by 1 to 5 lakh people, and as far as the negatives are concerned, once we talk to some of the clients who are using the mobile app of Zerodha, there are a couple of concerns that came out. One of them came out from a smaller city users who are basically using lower internet connection bandwidth. Then there are concerns in terms of connectivity, or if you want to do your technical or fundamental analysis, you might find, it happens rarely, but you might find loading of your charts a little cumbersome every now and then, but it's not a frequent issue, it happens pretty rarely. Other than that, it's a good app. It's definitely one that we should recommend you. So if you're looking to open an account with Zerodha and mobile app is one thing that you're looking forward to, it is certainly one of those apps for you. Motilal Oswal, on the other hand, is rated at 3.8, slightly worse than the industry average. It's rated by around 3,500 users, give and take, and out of those, around 20% of the users have rated this app negatively. Well, in their case, the update frequency cycle is a little longer. So generally they update their mobile app in a range of, let's say, 7 weeks to 8 weeks. It's not a good number. They can definitely buckle it down to 3 weeks or maximum 4 weeks. Their app has also been installed by 1 to 5 lakh people. In their case, especially the concerns around the usability or the limitation of the features. So this app obviously gets less updated, as we just saw. So that basically impacts the kind of features this particular app has. And on top of it, using that particular feature, the usability of that particular application is also a little cumbersome. So we definitely recommend you to go ahead using this particular mobile app for trading. There is no problem with that. The performance is good, the speed is good, charting, technical fundamental analysis, features, all are good, but there might be some interpretation issues like we just discussed about them. So out of the two, if you want to pick one of these mobile apps, we will definitely advise you to go ahead with Zerodha's Kite mobile app. As far as other trading platforms are concerned, be it web-based browser applications or terminal-based softwares, now both of these stockbrokers, Zerodha and Motilal Oswal, are kind of bahubalis in their own way. They've got a range of trading platforms across devices, and all of them perform pretty decently. So if you look at Zerodha first, they've got a Kite web sort of an application, which is a web-based browser application. You just don't need to download it. Directly go to a link and you can start accessing it for yourself. So here we've done a detailed review of this particular trading platform. You can understand the kind of features on different levels, positives and negatives of using Zerodha Kite, and you can have a detailed understanding of whether you should go ahead with this or not. Then moving from web, they also obviously have a mobile app that we have just discussed. We also have a dedicated page for that for your reference. It also tells about different things for you, and you can pick out a particular application accordingly. Then we have API. So this is basically for heavy traders, not so much for beginners, but definitely it helps a lot in your analysis at fundamental and technical levels. Especially OpenTrade, as we discussed, is a platform for you to connect with heavy traders or experts and learn from them. And then there is a terminal based software called Zerodha Pi, which is also a part of our research. So here is the Zerodha Pi review page, where we have discussed in length about this trading terminal software, understanding the positive and negatives. We'll be putting out all the links in the description of this video for your reference. So as far as Zerodha is concerned, it's placed pretty well across different devices. They've got multiple sort of solutions, and all of them perform really good. There are few complaints around the performance of it. The web applications hang at times, but honestly that happens with all kinds of trading softwares. If somebody is telling you, or some particular stockbroker is telling you that their software does not hang at all, it gives you 100% performance, they are definitely lying. Now moving ahead, if we talk about Motilal Oswal trading platform, similarly like we discussed, this is also a bahubali in a way. They have a desktop based application, then they have a mobile and tablet feature like we just discussed, the mobile application on Play Store. Then they also have a smartwatch app, which is really rare, which is really different from the overall industry standpoint, but they have got it for them. You can just wear it for you and get an understanding about for your portfolio. You won't be able to trade through this, but you will be able to have a detailed understanding or the current updates of the stock market at that point in time. And then there is this web-based application. You just directly go to the website of Motilal Oswal, click on the login link, put in your credentials, and you can start trading. So both of these stockbrokers keep a huge fight to each other when it comes to picking out specific trading platforms across devices based on performance, based on speed, order execution, technical fundamental analysis, features, or there are multiple other aspects involved in this. Even portability is one of those for that matter. But if you want to pick one of them, just for the sake of the kind of maturity Zerodha has shown over the past 6-7 years, only the kind of time they have taken to just jump up and evolve towards making all these kind of trading platforms, we will give Zerodha a bigger hand in comparison to Motilal Oswal, which has been there in the industry for around 30 years, just for that particular sake. Otherwise, it's really difficult to pick out one particular stockbroker between the two, as both of them are pretty decent in their trading platforms. So coming back to the comparison, and actually this is it, between Zerodha and Motilal Oswal. We've talked about multiple facets. We've started with company backgrounds, pricing, customer service, exposure, trading platforms, and now it's your choice, your preferences, and you can pick one of these stockbrokers as per your requirements. However, in case you want a stockbroker that matches exactly with what you are looking for, then what you can do is check out this link, digitalblogger.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details there and preferences so that we can figure out which particular stockbroker goes and matches your requirements, and we will set up few callbacks for you absolutely free. So this is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, Our Digital Blogger, at YouTube for similar videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching the video again. Bye bye.